Question number 17. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ustadh, can you kindly share some advice regarding the harms of mobile phones and specifically when it comes to giving one to one's children? Jazakumullah khair wa barakallahu fikum. Sheikh Al-Allama Salih Al-Sheikh said this is a reality we cannot escape, is it? Right? This is a reality we cannot escape. You're telling me nowadays we're not going to be able to like our children are going to grow up until they reach 18 or 21 until we give them a mobile phone? I say this is not realistic. I don't think you'll be able to do it. Even education nowadays, you're not going to. They will require phones and computers and whatnot. So how do we do it? My advice, no, not even maybe over 13. No, that's not my advice. My advice would be, you see the computer, the television, the mobile phone, buy one for everybody. Not for that one child, and then the other child has his own phone, and then the third. No. Buy one for everyone. You and the mother scrutinize that. You know, if there is a TV, fine. It's in the living room where everyone can see what you're watching. If something haram comes up, you interfere. This is haram, Baba. Why is this and so on, and change it to something that is not haram, right? And when it comes to like when it comes to computers, you know, if they need to do like an assignment, if they need to, because you never know with AI nowadays and what's happening with AI, maybe schools will start implementing AI. I see this as an educator myself. That's the only job that I have done. I teach at a high school, right? I teach English as a second language in high school, and I teach in Islamic knowledge as well in the academy. So I see sometimes they tell us to take certain kind of programs and do certain kinds of surveys that is for the whole country. And they would ask such questions in a survey. They would say, what about AI? And how to encourage students to use AI, right? What if that actually happens in reality? What do you do then? Then what we need is, just like Sheikh Salih Al-Sheikh said, these are murabbin. These devices, they will raise our kids. Whether you like it or not, they are participating in that. So we have to make it healthy. Allahu Akbar, we've been here for 55 minutes. I thought we haven't pushed half an hour. I have a lot more I want to answer. Subhanallah. Anyway, Anyway, I saw some of the family kids and my kids as well. There was a channel. It was on the television, and it was telling them to run, and then a monster would come and they would do this. Of course, they're not. They think they're doing that. It's just a video, right? They're not really seeing what they're doing. So they do this, and then the monster would be slain, and they would run, and then something would come. They would jump, right? Even you will have even 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds doing that, and then they would run, and then they would duck, or they would move to the right, move to the left, and then a wall would come and tells them to do a certain kind of stretch. That's healthy. That's not bad. There is some music in it. They turn down the music or mute it. That's good. That's not bad. There were some Xbox. I don't know about Xbox games. I've never. I don't think I have ever. Used an Xbox. I've used a PlayStation. I've used a computer. I've used the Nintendo Switch, but not an Xbox. I do not know if it has that. Now you mean it has that? So they move, right? And there are consoles for that. So they move, and another one, it has is questions, and the questions are actually good, like Islamic, but it is done with colors and so nice, and I saw my kids jumping up and down and saying the Kaaba, the Prophet Isa, and this and that, and then it's in English, and they're trying, but they don't know English that well, right? So they're trying, to say it in English as well, but their English is not that good. Um, that's not harmful in my eyes, but it needs our guidance, is it? And a lot of it has to go with the mother. Needs to the mother needs to scrutinize as well, especially if she doesn't work, doesn't have a job, and sits at home, so she sees that. So you can have a computer or a laptop or a tablet or a phone that is shared by everyone. But for us, it might not be realistic. And I'm afraid that when we say, no, I'm not going to give them, which, fine, that's your decision. You can say, I'm not going to give them any of that. I'm going to, make them more social and it's just family and this and that. Fine, fine. And the whole family, they don't have because normally everybody else has, right? But anyway, fine, that is your decision. Inshallah, Azza wa Jal, that's good, yes. But maybe that won't be, that's not reality. If that actually happens and you cannot actually do that, that's not reality, anymore, then what do? You just give them and that's it? No. That's why I'm telling you, they have to use it in a healthy way. Another thing is, some parents, they have programs that lock down these devices so that they cannot use them, at night when they're asleep, so they get up in the middle of the night to use one of them. And which is even better than that. You can, it's for everybody, right? It stays in the living room. Nobody can take it with them to their bedroom or something like that. So you just set some rules that you can see everything that they are doing, so that nothing bad influence happens to them. Um, and نعم. uh, I don't know, since we mentioned this, I can tell you this, inshallah azza wa jal. So my daughter came to me and she told me to play Minecraft with her, and she told me, please, please, yani, play Minecraft with me, and that it is such a good game and a nice game. So I didn't like it, to tell you the truth, and it looked very weird to me, like all the blocks and so on. But for her, I said, طيب, inshallah. So I bought it for her, and she's 7, yeah, she's 7. I bought it for her, and then we started playing. And so I would be half of the screen and she would be the other half, and we're trying to figure out things. There is innovation in it. That's not a problem. You can build houses, you can sew. Yes, split screen, نعم. Yeah, split screen. And it turns out, like, the other teenagers in the family and whatnot, they are experts on Minecraft. Like, they know, Allahumma barik, yani, they know everything. So they started also joining and so on, and it was a nice family time, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. But something came to my mind. This is like a separate benefit, just a separate benefit, that a lot of the brothers, they were asking me about things that are forbidden in this game. And since, we slayed the dragon and did everything right, um, I didn't see something that is forbidden in the game. There is just pigs. You don't have to kill them, right? So you can even, there are cows, there are sheep, all of that. You can make a farm out of that. So why are people, first of all, they get upset when it comes to pigs and so on. And the second thing is, why are they digging way too deep and doing tanattu? There's a world called the nether, and there's a world called the end. And okay, we went through all of these. There is nothing in there that I saw on the screen that was telling me that this is some kind of forbidden thing. Was there? It has to do with the hereafter, or that this is hell. Where are these brothers getting anything out of that? Actually, if anything, I would say this game doesn't have anything. It has blocks. Like, there isn't anything forbidden in this, right? It doesn't even look like human beings. It's just blocks. Everything is a block, right? And there's you can build whatever you want. You can build a city, right? You can hold one yeah. My niece was telling me, I built a whole village. She said I would build a whole village and I don't know what. And I said, طيب. Which is nice. It gives them that kind of creativity and so on. But why did people dig so deep into these things that they started reading, and this could be hell? The game doesn't say any of this. Therefore, ya ikhwa, barakallahu fikum. As before this, yani, before I actually played Minecraft with my daughter, one of our mashayikh, he was telling me, he said, play with them. If they want, don't make them feel that there is something that is that they are lacking in and they're being deprived of. Say, play with them, go with them, do things with them, right? Therefore, what is related to this question is I don't want you to just close the door. No games, no TV, no phone, no tablet, no laptop, I don't know what, PC. Say, fine. But then take them to the park, right? Or take them for some vacation or some trips, or maybe sit with them and play with them something that they have fun with. Cook with them, or let them cook, for example, and develop certain habits that they have, or sports, right? So you close the door, open the door, and there's nothing forbidden, inshallah ta'ala, in harmless games like, from what I have seen, Allah knows best, from like something like Minecraft or something like other games, um, something like this, like share the fun. That's inshallah azza wa jal not a problem. Inshallah tabaraka ta'ala. There are games also that would increase the intellect and so on. Share the life with them, have fun with them, have fun with your wife or wives if you are married to more than one. Have fun with your children. Same thing to with your brothers, with your family. Same thing with the wives. With their spouses and their families and so on. Inshallah azza wa jal, what is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong.